Hello everyone, Nick from StruSoft here. Welcome back to yet again another tip of the week. So this week we're going to talk about Formslabs and just the basics of detailing Formslabs and impact for CAD. So as I usually say, let's jump straight into it. So inside impact for CAD here, I have my plan drawing open. And if you notice, we have a tab up here at the very top dedicated only to Formslabs. So basically some tools that will only work on plan, some tools with components if we manually want to draw lattice girders, holes, end stops, and so on and so forth. Some regular Formslab drafting tools and some custom reinforcement tools, of course. So we're going to keep it very basic for this tip. You guys can dive into it as deep as you want, of course, after, but I'm going to do an example with some shop drawings as well, and let's just get started with it. So basically what I want to do is I want to draw either Formslabs or pre-stressed. I'll draw Formslab. And now we have this window with the definition of a lot of details, like reinforcement in the primary, secondary direction, the thickness of the Formslabs, the lattice girders, even if it should be insulated or not, and so on and so forth. We can create new definitions with insulation. We can make the pre-stressed ones if we want. But of course, in this short tip, we can't jump completely detailed into all of these things. But basically, that's how it's set up. I'm going to use this property for this standard one I have here to draw some Formslabs. So we can draw it in a number of ways: internal lines, polylines, points, a window. I'm going to do a window. We're going to get a very simple geometry. Don't worry, I'm going to change it afterward. So we'll do something like this. And immediately the software asks me, how about the edges? Are there specific edges? Are they straight? Do you have a chamfer and so on? Let's just go with the straight edges for this one. That's fine for me. We'll apply. Is there a slope? No slope. Where do you want, sorry for zooming in and out, where do you want the cut Formslab to be so we can make the size fit? At the end here, it's fine. It cuts it at 1477 millimeters, so everything is great. Otherwise, we could just move it. So as you'll notice here, it's created a lot that are almost identical, and then the last one where it's moved the girders accordingly, of course. So basically right now we're actually modeling all this in 3D as well. But for me, to make the Formslab drawings, I don't really need to look at it. Just to show you guys very quick, we can go in here and we can say, just show me this one. The presentation, show me a solid presentation. And there you can see it's going to show us in the solid. I'm going to change it back because for drafting purposes, for us, we like much more this wireframe. Definitely I do. So let's change the geometry a little bit to make it a little bit more fun to work with maybe. So let me just draw some simple line. I'm just simply drawing lines here. And you know, we can draw any shape we want. Like this, like this, like this here. So I'm going to make it cut like this. So let's say this is the wall or the facade of the building, or you have a 3D model that you have below or an XREF and so on. Let's trim and extend to this one here. Yes, please take the right side and trim it. There we go. So now we have our shape. So for me, what I want to do also is I just want to put in a hole or two. So here you can put in different shapes, or what do you want to call it. Let's just going to put a rectangle in. We wanted to cut the lattice girder. That's fine. I'm going to put in one here, here, maybe even a small one here as well. Something like this. Just so you guys can see how this works. When you do something like that, you select the edit Formslabs and you add them. So now we can see everything's working with us here. So basically what I want to do is I want to give them numbers now so that I have numbers for my shop drawings, and it's fine. In this case, start with in the order I draw them for. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and so on. You can decide however you want to set this up, of course. Then I'm going to save them into Impact, the Impact database, and I'll have it, well, let's just have it create shop drawings for all of them. So now it's making 7 different Formslab drawings for us, and it's just going to take a few seconds, and it's actually ready with it. And afterward, we can open. You see here, it's ready with all of them. Let's open up this one, and maybe a simpler one, this one as well. So here we open up all 3 Formslabs. Just want to show you guys the drawing. And if we start with number 16, we zoom in. This is the base material on the actual drawing. If we go in here, you can see everything's fine-tuned, everything is scaled as it should be. All the measurements are there. All the cast-in items that you need are there, and you specify it in your standard. If you take another shape, again, everything specified, everything is as it should be. And even the more simple one, of course, which is much easier, of course. So basically that's the basics of drawing the Formslabs, and you can continue by adding custom end stops or specific girder patterns if there's something you want to change or so on. If you have an automatic production line or machines for this, you're ready to do machine files, export to Unitechnic, to some production systems, and even checking the producibility. And you can do so much more. Just take a look of all the buttons here that you could play around with. So basically that's it. Super short introduction to Formslabs. Hope you guys learned something. Otherwise, see you in the next tip of the week.